안녕하십니까. 글로벌 모니터 안근모입니다. 유럽중앙은행 ECB가 예상대로 금리를 2.50%로 25bp 인하했습니다. ECB는 성명서에서 통화정책 기조가 유의미하게 덜 제약적으로 돼가고 있다고 새롭게 기술했습니다. 금리를 더 내릴 여지가 남아 있지만은 이미 중립 수준에 근접해 가고 있기 때문에 추가 인하폭은 극히 제한적이라는 판단을 시사하는 표현입니다. 크리스틴 라가르드 ECB 총재는 기자회견에서 별 의미가 없는 미미한 문구 변화가 아니다. 어느 정도 의미가 있는 것이다 라고 설명했습니다. ECB는 그동안 다소 고약한 전통을 굳혀왔습니다. 총재 기자회견이 끝난 뒤에 항상 언론 매체를 통해서 비공식적으로 보다 직설적인 향후 정책 방향을 시장에 알리는 겁니다. 이번에도 로이터는 익명의 소식통들을 인용해서 일단 4월에는 금리를 동결할 가능성이 높아지고 있는 것으로 통화정책위원들이 보고 있다고 보도했습니다. 미국의 무역정책과 유럽의 재정정책에 관해 좀 더 확실성을 갖기를 원한다는 겁니다. 라가르드 총재는 독일과 유럽연합이 제시한 국방 및 인프라 지출 확대가 유럽의 성장을 뒷받침할 것으로 보이지만 구체적인 효과는 아직 불확실하다고 말했습니다. 기자회견 핵심 내용을 함께 보시겠습니다.
The Governing Council today decided to lower the three key ECB interest rates by 25 basis points. An escalation in trade tensions would lower euro area growth by dampening exports and weakening the global economy. Ongoing uncertainty about global trade policies could drag investment down. A general escalation in trade tensions could see the euro depreciate and import costs rise, which would put upward pressure on inflation. At the same time, lower demand for euro area exports as a result of higher tariffs and a rerouting of exports into the euro area from countries with overcapacity would put downward pressure on inflation. A boost in defense and infrastructure spending could also raise inflation through its effect on aggregate demand.
My first question is on the way forward. So you say that your monetary policy is becoming meaningfully less restrictive. Does this mean you could slow the pace of rate cuts now and perhaps pause in April? And my second question, perhaps related to that, is on fiscal policy. There's a pretty drastic shift underway with plans for much higher defense spending and, in Germany's case, also infrastructure. There's been a significant market reaction as well. Could you elaborate how the Governing Council expects this to change the economic outlook and monetary policy?
You very well noted that we have changed the wording of the fourth paragraph of our monetary policy statement. So let me try to explain what it means, because it's not just an innocuous little change. It's a change that has a certain meaning. What we had previously was that we would keep our restrictive monetary policy as long as was necessary, etc. And that was very much a static assessment of what was needed. We are now moving, by having our monetary policy is becoming meaningfully less restrictive, to a more evolutionary approach. So in other words, we take account of the journey that we have traveled, and we acknowledge the fact that, as a result, it is becoming meaningfully less restrictive. So you asked me the second question, which has to do with most recent development. And I have to say that we have not been spared recent developments in the last few hours and days. And the one that you're referring to is the announcement by the European Commission, and on the other hand, the announcement by the German authorities of a twofold program, in a way, one which is the big infrastructure financing of 500 billion over a period of 10 years, and a special measure that relates to defense expenditure that would be decided in the years to come. So two observations. One is, this is work in progress, and we have to be attentive, vigilant. We have to understand how this is going to work, what the timing will be, what the financing will be, so that we can then draw the conclusions and appreciate how much it will contribute to growth and what impact it would have eventually on inflation. So that part of the work we have not yet, of course, determined the conclusion. But one thing that around the table of the Governing Council was clear is that on both accounts, that would be supportive to European growth at large and would be a boost